Okay, we're always talking about protein, right? Protein, protein, protein. Get your protein. Fat gets a bad rap, right? It can get a bad rap, just as bad as a rap as carbohydrates. So that's what today is about. I'm going to go over real life fats to eat and fats not to eat, and that you should avoid at all cost. Okay, meaning get these good ones in, get these bad ones out. Okay, I get asked this a lot, enough for me to be concerned that you need to watch this video quite a few times and keep it and save it and forward it to somebody and have these conversations about fat. Yes. And also have a conversation about hitting that like button and subscribing today. I appreciate it, and it's everything's going great. I appreciate all the comments that are coming in and just different. Just it's fantastic. It's like I opened this whole other world of people, and it's one of the best things I've done. So I greatly appreciate you. So good fats. I'm excited about this. I'm going to try to keep this under a certain amount of minutes, but I'm going to go over two of these fats at the end. So stay to the end, please, because they're very important. These two fats I'm going to go over. I'm going to break down specifically because we can get a lot of them, and they're very prevalent, probably in your life. So, all right. Did you know Crisco oil was banned? Is pretty much outlawed, or trans fats are outlawed in a lot of countries, but not in America, right? So these bad fats, especially like margarine with trans fats or Crisco oil, a lot of us don't. When some of us do know what it is, not know what it is. But in 2015, just a side note here, in 2015, Congress put out to ban or to take Crisco out. I think it's still available though, but I'm telling you, they had a legislation to get rid of that fat specifically. Okay, because soy, all GMO, right? Used a lot in fast food, used a lot in restaurants. It's cheap. It lasts a long time, and they can use it over and over and over again. These oils you can't, or these fats you really can't. I mean, think about that though. Think about the metabolism in your body of these things. If this is horrible, these break down and die fast. And I always say, if you're going to eat things, eat as many things that go bad really fast. Right? That's why organic things just go bad, because there's no pesticides, there's nothing keeping them alive long term. I mean, for goodness sakes, and don't hope I don't get in trouble for this, but there's certain restaurant out there that took that have burgers that last, fries that look exactly the same 10, 15 years down the road. And it's insane to think about that, where organic or foods that break down that you should be eating, especially when it comes to fats get rancid, and fats are keys to hormone production and fat soluble vitamins that our body doesn't make. Vitamin A, vitamin E, they're very important, and you need fats to metabolize those and to get right hormone balances. Okay, these are the fats to use for that. These are not. These will disrupt that. Okay, especially if they're used over and over and over again for deep frying. None of these are eaten raw except for margarine. But to get to the margarine, the trans fat part is, I'm not even going to go there. Okay, these are these are the three things I know people eat a lot of, right? That are prevalent in our lives. I mean, they got aisles dedicated to salad dressing. Most of your salad dressings have these soy oils or a canola oil. Okay, and I'm gonna put canola. I don't know why I don't have canola oil up here. So canola, which is vegetable oil typically, right? Canola oil. All right, and that's what you see. It's what you find in salad dressings and mayonnaises and hummuses. And I'm like, okay, well, hummus was never made out to be made with these oils. It was made to be made with olive oil. It's a Mediterranean or an Indian. You know what I'm saying? You get it. You get what I'm getting at here. And it doesn't. You really, really have to look at it as far as a absorption. I'm all about absorption. You're going to absorb these. These you're not. These cause a ridiculous amount of harm long term, short term and long term as you get older. Okay, so grass-fed ghee, butter is a top. It's everywhere now. The best place to go, and I'm going to give you some of the best places to go to get it. Yeah, I'll get these because I like saving money and like having them in amounts that I'm going to use, and I never have to worry about it. I really never have to worry. You shouldn't have to worry about fats, getting them into your diet as far as the calories go, right? Because they're a high amount of calories. There's 9 calories per gram of fat, and they're pretty easy to get, and they taste delicious, right? That is so good. Another side note, tallow's not up here. Tallow is rendered beef fat. I know I'm going to discuss maybe some vegans and vegetarians out there, but it's good for you. It's the fat that is normally used back in the day, and it's used in other countries for fries. I mean, you look at McDonald's French fries in other countries, they're made with 4 ingredients. Here, it's 19, and one of them's not tallow or that type of that. And that they're made, most of them. But BW3's here is one of the only restaurants that use tallow to deep fry their wings. And again, I'm not telling you to go out and get these things. I'm just telling you the difference between these fats and how important they are and how prevalent they are out there, and how it is, as far as fast food and restaurants use those, and even some high quality restaurants don't use any of these, right? So it's easy these days to make your mayonnaise on your own. All right, there's a lot of good blenders out there that you can use that have very specific, I got recipes I can give you for mayonnaise, like really good ones. It goes bad fast, so you make it in a small jar, but you plan ahead. I do plan ahead. I'm going to use mayonnaise this week as part of my thing. Good eggs, good avocado oil, and then all the little tidbits, the dill, and oh my goodness, it's so good. So good to make it on your own. So much better, and it tastes delicious. It's just the taste, and it's good for you. There's something about it, right? And you could do it with avocado oil or olive oil. Now, avocado oil, you want to utilize that mostly. I mean, we eat avocados, right? I mean, Chipotle I think they turned an entire industry into, come on, in the 80s, were we eating avocados? Like at this pace? I don't think I had guacamole. I'm not kidding. Until about 12 years ago. And it was at Chipotle. And it became so, right? For me, maybe I'm wrong. So comment, let me know. But I'm just like, hold on. Anyway, avocado oil. Cook with avocado oil. Now, I see a lot of things out there, like things meaning like snacks that are made with avocado oil. And I see salad dressings made with avocado oil. There's specific companies that are made. If you want to know what those companies are, I'm not going to, promote them right here. But there are companies out there that have chosen to use avocado oil in their mayonnaise, in their salad dressing. They're expensive. That's why it's cheaper to make it on your own. You can make it for pennies versus dollars with avocado oil, with olive oil too. So cook with avocado oil because it's got a high flash point. So does coconut oil. You don't lose a lot of the actual nutrients that are in there unless you're cooking with it over and over again. So it's good to cook with those oils and cook with ghee as well. But eat avocado oil. You can use that to cook. You can eat it raw, of course, because it's in the avocados. But olive oil, get a premium, because most your olive oils, your extra virgin olive oils, a lot of them are cut with seed oils, with other oils. And most people don't know that. You got to look at the label. And sometimes there's it says olive oil, but then it's got 4 oils in it. And the first ingredient is olive oil, but then you got all the other oils that you're like, hold on a minute. So be aware of where the oil comes from. If it comes from 4 or 5 different countries, not good. Even if it's organic. Just get an olive oil that's one region specific, okay? And eat that raw. Eat that in your salad dressings. Eat that on your salads. Eat that, utilize those in those types of things, right? Finish pasta off with it. Don't cook with it. And because olive oil it's so sensitive that you want the polyphenols, right? But they break down in very, even low amounts of heat. They're gone because it doesn't protect them like your avocado oil and your coconut oil do. So, and by, coconut oil for me, MCT oil, making bulletproof coffee, I felt like I lived on bulletproof coffee. At some points, it's something that I used to use daily. Before 5 o'clock every day, I would have a bulletproof coffee with collagen. And I'd either use ghee or MCT oil or coconut oil, put that in a blender with the, you got to get it. You got to try it if you have it. And then eggs, a good egg. There's a really good video out there that this gentleman has taken down, the nutritionist, taken all the eggs from different, like 10 different types of eggs, from, really cheap eggs to the most expensive ones, and broke them down by just the chemical breakdown. And you'll be shocked. But still, free range eggs are ideal. They're very high in omega-3s these days, and we need more omega-3s. We don't need omega-6s, and that's why I didn't really list any nuts on here other than the 2 that I specifically eat. Walnuts could be on here too, and pistachios in moderation. But I eat higher amounts of macadamia nuts, lower in carbohydrates, higher in low to no saturated fats, high monosaturated fats, okay, which are very important for maintaining good HDL cholesterol. Listen, macadamia nuts, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin E, folic acid, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, and zinc. Okay, handful of those, not a lot, but it's fantastic. I even put macadamia oil on the list of making it with bulletproof coffee, and I'm telling you, it is really, really good with just a touch of vanilla in it. If you want the recipe, hit me up. I'll send it to you. All right, so next thing, fish oil, of course, cod, very high omega-3s, all the good stuff, the DHEA, it's good. It's good. Trust me. We hear about the cod and the salmon, omega-3s. So these are the oils, okay? These are the things, I put the 3 things. I could put snacks on here, but I don't, because I know some of the snacks I go out and sometimes get are popcorn now that is made with coconut oil, which is great because the smoke point is perfect for that, and for making chips, potato chips. And once in a while, there are 3 things that I had a hard time cutting out of my diet completely. And this is more of a personal note. And I know that I'm going to keep this under 15 minutes, and I'm going to keep this story short, because shorter than normal. But it took me a heck of a time to get rice out of my life. I mean, not completely, but rice was, I was eating rice every day, and I was eating, and then pasta. I mean, those are 2 of the big things. But the biggest thing that it was hard for me to get rid of was potato chips. The crunch. You know what I'm talking about. That crunch. The potato chips, right? So seeing potato chips now made with coconut oil, and especially avocado oil, completely changes the game. And it's good to see when I go to the store, if I see anything going off the shelf that's a snack, and I see all those avocado cooked chips, it warms my heart as a nutrition coach. But come on, stop buying all of them. It drives me nuts. I'm like, you go there on a Thursday, or they're stocking them in, and then by the time I go back to the store on Sunday, you can't buy a chip that is made with avocado oil, because they're gone. I mean, they're getting destroyed. I mean, and there's not a lot in those bags, by the way, too. But anyway, it just shows you how expensive they can be. But real talk, focus on these fats. Stay away from these at all costs. I know it's hard not when you go out and get fast food. You're gonna get a lot of these oils, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change them. Other countries have, because almost a lot of these oils to cook with in other countries, they're banned. Look it up. Look it up. It drives me nuts still. But I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon. Forward this to somebody that you love or not, that you just want to waste 15 minutes of their life, or get on these fats later.